Thank you very much. I'm joined by Soaz and Broxah. As you said, Dracos, very well noticed. Good stuff from you. Now, guys, good performance there. 4 in a row. How does it feel coming into the second half of the split, being at a relatively respectable scoreline?
You can go.
Okay. I mean, after the start we had, like in the beginning, it was a bit up and down, but yeah, the past weeks we've been playing more solid, a bit more clean. We've got more confidence. So I think overall, our communication and our players just been better. And yeah, I think this is a good sign.
Right, so it's like you've been in a lot of teams that have had to sort of work up, build the synergy up. How do you think this Fnatic team compares to ones you've been in the past?
Compared to like last year, or compared to like
last year, a few years ago?
It's really hard to compare from like 3-4 years, because it was like everything was so different, right? So I don't think it's really comparable like from the past years. Compared to last year, I don't think it's too different actually. Like I don't think the difference that we had in the support role like made too much difference in terms of like the team atmosphere and all this kind of stuff. So it feels the same. The only thing is that the game changed so much, so we just we have to adapt, and we are more focused on like early game before, and now we just had to learn how to play the actual game.
So talking about the meta a little bit there, I want to specifically dive into top lane, because you've been an advocate against playing dog champions in the past. Top lane has been very tank focused recently. How do you feel that the top lane meta suits you at the moment?
So I think the perfect way to describe it is that the champion that we play on the top lane is fun, but the role by itself is still way less impactful than any other role. So the champions are like, you can play a lot of different champions, but it doesn't mean that the role is really impactful. So I just think all other roles are just way more OP.
That's really interesting to say though, because I agree with you, but you seem to be able to make top lane an impactful role. Like we look at your Ornn with Ignite Teleport, we look at your plays in this game as well. You seem to be able to actually impact the map. What are you doing that other top laners can't do?
Well, if you get a lead as like Ornn, for example, you can impact the map a lot more because you can engage, right? So if you get a lead on Gna or Vlad or GP, it's way harder to like impact the map, because you cannot roam to mid too much. Like it's not gonna really do anything, right? So yeah, with most champions, it's really hard to impact the map overall. Like before, if you had the lead with Shogat, you had Rachel's Glory, so you could engage, right? So it depends on the champion that you play, but it's fairly hard to impact the map from top, depending on the champion that you play.
All right, so that's a really interesting sort of viewpoint on that, and we'll have to see if that changes in the next few weeks. I want to come to a question that's a little bit outside of the EU, LCS, and esports. Broxah, I saw on your Twitter feed that a lot of the time you go into a few schools, you've given lectures on esports. What is it that's motivated you to do that as a professional player?
Well, the thing is that I'm still, like, being a pro player is still so new for me. So I know how you feel when you're not a pro player, when you're like playing semi-professionally or when you're just a fan. And I always felt like it was really weird that, like, I have an idea of like some sort of idea of what the pro player schedule and all looks like. But in reality, what I thought was kind of far from reality. There's so many more things into it. Like when you're on a team, there's so many people around it. So I thought it would be interesting to actually tell other people who are now in same shoes as I was, what being on a pro team, what being a pro player is actually like. And yeah, that's the main reason.
All right, it's very interesting to see you do that. I think you're the first player I've really seen reach out to the community like that. So kudos for that. Congratulations again on the win, guys. Incredible performance today. Hopefully it continues into tomorrow. We're going to hand it back across towards the post-game lobby. Shox, take it away.